Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy. And we are back at it again as division champs. Hey, how good does that feel? Patriots lose. Buffalo wins at home for the first time since the 90s. Let's rock! We in the bag. Defense was absolutely on fire. Championship caliber defense. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Rico Report brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. We are back as division champs, back-to-back division champs, and just in the nick of time. I got to let y'all know, man, division champs feels good to say it again, especially in front of the Pats. They can't come in and try to ruin that for us. We going back to back. You feel me? Like Drake when he was clapping back at everybody, man. Back to back. Let's go, Buffalo. And if you guys want to get your division champs shirts right now, hit the BF fan shop. Hit it quick before it's all out. All colors are available. Don't miss out. Division champs. Yo, I got my first one. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to cop these ones. So make sure you don't get that red one because that red one is fire. That's the one I want. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Rico Report. I am proud to say that we whooped the Jets. We did. We dominated the Jets. However, it's not going to look that way. It definitely is not going to look that way. And I know it because we had our struggles. We had our moments where we're like, okay, like why are we letting this team hang around? Right? Isn't that what we typically do? We let the teams that have no business hang around, make it a game, make it look like it's somewhat close. But if you look at the statistics and you look at the way the game played out, they didn't have a chance. They didn't, man. We were just shooting ourselves in the foot and just giving them the ball back, shanking it not once, shanking it not twice, shanking it not 3 times, and then fumbling it to give the come on, fam. It was one of those games where like we had to get out of our own way. And thank goodness the defense was here and they showed up because that defense was absolutely on fire. Fire upon them. That's exactly what that defense came to play. They came to play, man. I think they had like 10 sacks tonight. I gotta go back and look at the numbers. But boy, oh boy, did we bring the heat today. We definitely brought the heat. And the defense, I can't stress it enough how important it is for this team to have a defense like we do. Number 1 defense in points. Number 1 defense in yards. Fam. And we've been the number 1 defense since week 4. We are the real deal defensively. We have maybe a series where we look like a different team, and then we quickly get it together. Defense. McDermott, Leslie Frazier, they got these boys dialed in, ready to rock. Loved it. Now, I know we were playing a New York Jets team. Excuse me, I can't call them the New York Jets team, right? The New Jersey Jets. Let me tell you something. As pitiful as the Jets are, I still detest the Jets. When we put a beat down on the Jets like we did today, like we did before that, like we have in past, and like we did last year and we swept the division, fam, listen, it feels good. I don't care how you want to look at it. We took care of business, and business we took care of. And I loved every bit of it. Hayes McClendon, what's going on? Hayes says, Rico, what up, my guy? Even though Josh worried me, we did it. Josh, let me tell you something, man. I say this all the time, man. You live and die with Josh's inaccuracies, his hero ball, but he makes plays, man. I'm beginning to believe that. I don't think he gives a damn about no damn completion percentage. It's lovely. I don't think he cares. Make plays. That's what he does. That's what he will continue to do. And that's what keeps us in games. That's what gets us the edge, right? Keeps teams just losing their minds on trying to how to stop this guy. This guy extends plays. He's always, his eyes are downfield. And if you catch yourself slipping, he will bust out a 40-yard run on your ass. And you best believe a corner ain't bringing him down. You better push his ass out of bounds because he may run your ass over or run right by you. So shout out to Josh Allen. Rough day in the middle of the game, but then he started getting his act together. I was ready to roast, you know what I'm saying, until he got his act together because these Jets were keeping it way too close for my liking. I was like, hey, listen, offense, get in rhythm. Because that was the issue. They were just not in rhythm. Not in rhythm. And I have to say it, man. Gabriel Davis, rough day today at the office. Rough day today at the office, man. They showcased, they put the light on you, and fam, the drops were left, right, center. Made some big plays, don't get me wrong, but 14 targets, I believe my man had. 14 targets is an abundance of targets, I'll tell you that much. And I'll tell you this though, I still have all the utmost confidence in Gabriel Davis, but just not a good day at the office today. Not a good day at the office, and he knows that. He's well aware. Random GTO content, what's good, my guy? He goes, hey, me and my boy Bet Beto was in Houston, lit. The Bills are division champs. The defense is elite. Let's go Buffalo. It's funny. Everybody's talking about how good the defense was, right? The defense was legit. The defense was doing its business. But I mean, we're gonna get into the offense. We're definitely gonna get into the offense. But like the talk of the town right now is that defense. Defensive backfield was on fire. We didn't allow these guys to sling the rock all over the place. I mean, they only completed 7 freaking passes today. Like 27-10 is the score is 27-10, and you realize it's a dominating win, right? Where you're like, okay, this was just like, I mean, this was meant to happen. 27-10. They probably took it easy on the Jets, right? I don't know if we were just trying to work some kinks out. I don't know what it was, but my goodness, they weren't even close. They weren't even close to us. It's just we were shooting ourselves in the foot. They absolutely did nothing for us to like, whoa, we're freaking out. No, it's us doing it to ourselves. And that's been what it's been a lot of this year. Not a lot of teams really gave it to us except for the Colts. The Colts ran it down our throats. Like it was all them. It was all them. We just could not stop them. But that was the main game. That was one of the games where you're like, okay, I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them. The Colts really did it to them. Today, the Jets, I'm not even stressed on that. I'm not even stressed on that. By the way, shout out to Nautica Here's what's going on. Nautica, she goes, I think she, I want Matt Hack execute. yo, you all. I want Matt Hack executed. Excuse me. You got me coughing all over the mic. At sunrise. Well, let me tell you something. Let's talk about Matt Hack. All right. Matt Hack, not a good day at the office. All right. Not a good day at the office for Matt Hack. Shanked the first punt. There was a penalty. So he actually had an opportunity to re-punt the football. Shanked it again. Consecutive shanks. You're like, what the heck was that? Right? Wind or no wind. I don't give a damn what is excuse me. We had 9 sacks, not 10 sacks. I got a little overzealous there with the 10 sacks. It just sounded like a round number, right? But close enough, right? I felt like we got way more sacks, but nonetheless, Matt Hack just it made you. We've been questioning Matt Hack since the beginning of the year, right? When we let beginning of the year offseason, when we let go of Bjorkes, right? We had the 3 amigos, Bjorkes, Tyler Bass, Reed Ferguson, you know what I'm saying? The crew. Then they let Bjorkes go. He's punting for Green Bay now. We bring in Matt Hack. But we need a guy that can punt it up, and he's accurate, and he has a lot of hang time, which allows our guys to go underneath the ball and get it. Fine. I'll give it to you. But Matt Hack, at the beginning of the year, was so, like, he got his pump blocked in Pittsburgh. Y'all remember that? Boom. All right. Get the ball off a little quicker, Mr. Hack. Never got it blocked ever again, but he always came close to getting it blocked, right? Last game of the season, he pulls this stunt, which now has you go into – there's a lot of special teams questions, first and foremost. I'm starting off with Matt Hack, right? It now has you going into the playoffs. Like, fam, can we trust you to not give these guys a short field? Do we have to now go for it every time on 4th down? I know the last 2 games, we gave this guy a rest, right? He earned paychecks for 2 games when he absolutely did nothing. That's a lie. He was a good holder. Pinball, spin, laces out. That's his job. He did a fantastic job at it. You got to give him credit for that. However, you feel me? Matt Hack today. Woo! This guy almost, I'm surprised they didn't hack his ass and say, yo, you out of here, man. Yo, that's it. I can't have you finish the fourth quarter because I don't know what you're gonna give us. Now, he did redeem himself with a beautiful punt inside the 10. We downed it on the 3, and we got the ball back. Quick things after that. But my goodness, man, you scared us, man. That's 4 plays today where you're like, what's going on? 3 shanks and then the bobble. And he did valiant effort. He tried to run around the corner and try to boot it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But they yanked your ass back. Yeet. They said, nah, not today, kid. And you shanked that one too. It was just not a good day for my man at the office. All right. That's number 1. Number 2, we sticking on special teams right now. Punt return, kick return. Marquez Stevenson benched. I don't care how you want to look at it. Benched, inactive. We don't trust you. That's what that tells me. We do not trust you. When you have the ball, cool. You're not exciting enough for us. You're not giving us that opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, to take it to the house. You're not giving us that edge that we thought we could have had with you. We gave you last game when we could have yanked your ass and said, nah, you're good. We let you finish. And now you're inactive. So now here comes McKenzie. Twice, McKenzie can't field a punt today. I don't know what it was, man. Just couldn't field it, just down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's nerves, and there's a lot of nerves, man, because you touch that football, man. It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong, right? So he gets taken out. McKenzie gets taken out. Now we're going into the playoffs where we're supposed to be as sure as ever at every position, ready to go. And here we have Micah Hyde returning kicks. What the heck is that? This is like when we had Fred Jackson returning punts. Did you remember that when we had Fred Jackson? We're like, what? Why is Fred Jackson back there? Because we need someone with sure hands. And Fred Jackson gives us the sure hands. Problem is, I don't want Fred Jackson back there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Micah Hyde back there returning fielding kicks because he's simply there to field the kick. Boom. And that's it. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know how I feel about that. And we're going into the playoffs uncertain as who's going to be kick returning and punt returning. Problematic for us. Is it a big problem? No. Is it a problem still, nonetheless? Absolutely. Because I want to be able to, like, 3 phases of this game. If I can't score on special teams, if I can't score on the offense, or I'm struggling to score on offense, I can't take the ball away on defense. I need my special teams to do me 2 things: get me the field position and take something back to the house. Well, I know I'm not going to get something to take you back to the house because now we have Micah Hyde back there. And I'm not saying Micah Hyde is not capable. He's just not that guy. He's just not that guy. Field the kicks. This is not rookie year. You know what I'm saying? This is not year 1, year 2 when he was in Green Bay fielding kicks and punts. You're a little older now. You know what I mean? Give it to the young guys. But our young guys just simply don't want to take it. Like, what? I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. Vissel Pereira says, yo, say what you will. No turnovers by Allen. That is a key. Turnovers were a key. And I loved every bit of it. Not turning the ball over is so crucial when it's coming late in the games, right? Going into the playoffs. We can't be that team. We can't be that team. By the way, shout out to Gary Godshaw. What up, Gary? With that nice super chat. I appreciate that. My G. Yo, 53 yards for the Jets. The lowest ever for the franchise. Didn't feel like that, though. A hell of an accomplishment for the defense. I'm telling you, it didn't. Gary Godshaw, you're absolutely right. It didn't feel that way. It felt like they were actually, doing some things, but they weren't. They were absolutely doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. We were the ones shooting ourselves in the foot and giving them the, like, listen, if those shanks don't happen, this is a far worse beatdown than it was. But the fact that we kept them in field position gave them 10 points. And 10 points is, they're lucky they even got 10. First and foremost, we should have blanketed this team out. That's how good this defense is. But here we are. Now, before we get into any of our Bills talk, shout out to each and every one of you guys tuned in. There's 545 of y'all here. By the way, if you guys haven't copped your General Tees, get them right now at the BF Fan Shop. It is lit. The black is actually legit. I like the black. The black is nice. Got color. The color is nice. The contrast nice. Very lovely, right? That's number one. Number two, go get your division champ tees, your sweatshirts, whatever you want. You want to put on a mug, you want to put it on socks. Go ahead and drop that. Go ahead and get that ASAP. Get the red. That red is, I think, it's a crimson red. That's a dirty ass color. I love it. Right. And it's just nice to just show people that, yo, we are that squad. We are that squad. Let's go 2 times in a row. Two-time champ. Let's go, man. Now, here's the deal. There were some games today that you're like, holy smokes. You have to ask questions. You've got to ask questions, right? Mr. Gucciello says, yo, please tell me who woke Harrison Phillips up. Cannot tell how much his play has helped this defense. Right? Ring that bell for Harrison. Yo. Oh my God. Harrison Phillips. Yo, Harrison has been playing lights out. He's been playing lights out. It's like he's got a new sense of living. I don't know what it is. It's like there's an excitement. Every game he goes out there, he's got like Ed Oliver's energy, right? So having two interior linemen with the energy and the motor that these guys are playing at, 100%. I'll take it every time. Mr. Gucciello, I appreciate that. But there's a lot more things to talk about. Shout out to my man from Scarbs. I don't have the trust in Allen's game right now. Listen, we're going to talk about Allen's game. Trust and believe we're going to talk about Allen's game. But trust in his game is something that we should not worry about. Do not worry about trusting Allen's game. Don't do that to yourself. Because when you find yourself, oh, I'm not sure, and then Allen lights it up for 450 yards, 4 touchdown passes, and you're like, my bad. You the guy. You're the general. That's why everybody follows you. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? And we tend to forget. Don't forget, man. The end goal, the end game is to win the championship by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? So, and this guy's going to lead the way. He's got to lead the way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody follows him. So I'm not worried about him. He will figure it out. He will figure it out. Yo, DJ Adams says, yo, I love McKenzie. He might not have been, hold on, he goes, I love McKenzie. He might not have been hot on special teams, but he's been hungry when given the opportunity on offense. Absolutely. Absolutely. But what would allow us to contemplate on bringing him back as soon as possible is if he's able to do both. That way we don't have to worry about kicking punt return. We can say, yo, you got that. Plus, we'll sprinkle you in on the offense. But if we have question marks at the punt return and kick return spot and his name appears, you got to keep him and fill a roster with him, which I have no problems doing. But this is a problem back there. We don't have a consistent kick and punt returner. I don't like that at all. I don't like it one bit. Yo, shout out to my guy, Dan Brown. What up, Danny? Danny's enjoying himself in Honolulu, Hawaii, jackass. This game got a little close to my liking, but we got the win. Defense looks scary. Ooh, that's a great word to explain this defense. Also, with the Colts loss, whoever gets the ball first in tonight's game should take a knee to mess with the crowd. Yo, you a stupid ass. Yo, could you imagine if this game ended up in a tie? Wow, would that throw everything off completely? Completely. Now, here's something that's very interesting. By the way, shout out to Wifey. Wifey's watching the show right now with my little man in her hand. So shout out to you, my girl. Here's the deal, folks. Before I got to get these super chats off, and then I'm going to get right into my chatter. Gary Gottschalk comes in with he says, hey, by the way, why weren't we pounding the rock in the second and third quarters, man? Devin had 5 yards of carry. It's cold, it's windy, and it's going to get worse. Run sets up the pass. What's the reluctance? Trying to find a rhythm. You got to find a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And trying to feel out what the defense is doing. So if you can find a rhythm and catch this defense off guard, then you can start doing whatever you will with that defense, right? But we couldn't find a rhythm. We tried running the rock. That wasn't working. We tried throwing the rock. We're dropping the football. We're falling short on third and short and third and long, and we're having to punt the football, and we're giving them field. So I mean, it was a lot of things that factored into it, right? Thank goodness that we had a defense that would quickly get us the ball back, so we can have all the opportunities in the world to get back right, to get right. But my goodness, man, we had some struggles today, and we had. I hope it doesn't linger. I hope it doesn't linger. Something that lingers is not good, right? You ever just by yourself and you just handling your business and you drop a bomb, boop, and you think nobody's around, and if somebody comes around, you're like, oh, right? That's almost, it gives me that impression of these Bills, man. Like they're unpredictable. You just don't know when they're gonna show up offensively, right? They can get in a rhythm and they're good and you just can't be stopped. And then all of a sudden, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. It's bothersome. You see what they're trying to do. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to work intermediately and chip away. But we get into that second and short, third and short. So now you're like, okay, so what are we gonna do? And I noticed that we're trying to hit the seams a lot. Seams is what we try to hit a lot. And we miss like at least 3 or 4 of those on those quick seams. And then another thing that we try to do, it's that play action screen pass, right? Inside, boom, right to the screen. And McKenzie dropped one. I think it was McKenzie. And then you had Diggs caught one, but it was already trapped. It was done for. Like they caught on to that. So Dable has to do a better job of like, okay, maybe give them the impression you're gonna keep doing that and then switch it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Fake that, go inside. I have no idea. I'm not a coordinator, but I see what I see. And there's some challenges that we've gotta work through. We definitely gotta work through that for sure. Visal says, yo, does Buffalo dominating games with a lackluster Josh Allen make them even scarier? I know what you're saying. It's like you're waiting for Josh Allen to take over, but you're like, okay, this is not the Josh Allen that I'm worried about. And I'm focused on him, and all of a sudden Diggs beats you, or all of a sudden Devin Singletary's got 2 touchdowns on you. You're like, what the 14-0? What's going on? Defense, you know what I'm saying, is stifling, right? And they're so weird. And then we start everyone around Josh Allen starts working. Wait till we're all clicking on all cylinders. My goodness, we are a championship team if we're clicking on all cylinders. But we have to get there. And we have an opportunity because we made the dance, right? So now all your marbles are in. We can't mess around. It's the real deal now. There's no like, oh, we got next week. No. You got to take full advantage of your victories now and your opponents now. And speaking of opponents, what in the heck happened today in the NFL? The Patriots, we've been talking about this all week. What if the Patriots lose? They could lose. They don't play well against the Dolphins. The Dolphins always bring it to them, and certainly they did. Macaroni Jones showed up today. And I'm not calling he's not even Kraft macaroni. I'm not even gonna give him that. He's that store brand macaroni. And sometimes that store brand macaroni is better than the Kraft, in my opinion, depending on if you're a mac and cheese connoisseur and you know your mac and cheese and you know how to make them. However, man, the Dolphins take down the Patriots? That's 2 losses to them. Are you kidding me? And now we're sitting here handling our business with the Jets. The Jets kind of give us some issues at the beginning, but we handle ourselves. And now we have a crown division. Now, what does that mean going forward and who we play? Well, so somebody said, yo, somebody said something that was hilarious. I just saw it and I just scrolled past. Because I always call my man Mac Jones Macaroni Jones. And hey, not even Kraft. I don't think he's not even Kraft. He's not even Stouffer's. Is it Stouffer's or Stouffer's? He's not even either. You know what I'm saying? He's that like, you know what I'm saying? He's the bargain bin mac and cheese over there in the corner. that's the Macaroni Jones I'm talking about. And he was like that today. Tastes like damn cardboard. Now, here's the deal. Browns win, nothing to do with us. You feel me? Titans win, awesome. We knew that was going to happen. Colts losing today. Now, let's talk about that. Because that was the one team I was like, I do not. If I could choose who my opponent would be, I would rather not play the Colts because they absolutely embarrassed us. And Lord knows how we do against the run game. The run game, we struggle. We definitely struggle. So the question right now is, who do we want to play? That's coming from my man PVC fam. Says, yo, who do we want to play? LA or New England? Chargers win, we play them. Raiders win, we play New England. And that's a question. If that's a question mark, well, I'm about to take a look right now to see what the situation is, right? Sergio Chavez says, yo, let's talk about that Diggs stiff arm though. Did I miss the Diggs stiff arm? Was that early in the game? Because I did miss the beginning of the game because I was with the kids. but I don't know if I saw the dig stiff arm. And I'm gonna have to go back, and I feel awful because I pride myself on watch every freaking lick of that game. But I had to step away a little bit. So I must have missed that. And it must have been at the beginning. So forgive me if I don't know, but I'm gonna have to catch the replay and check it out again. So Sergio Chavez. I'm not familiar with it, but I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna check that out. Now, these Chiefs struggled against the Broncos, but they won. Okay. Number 2, Pittsburgh Steelers. Hold on, let me make sure I refreshed my page because I gotta make sure because I cannot believe the Steelers. I cannot believe it. It's unreal. Like the Steelers have an opportunity to make it into the playoffs, and unless they are already in, but it's unreal. So Steelers won. I'm trying to throw my things in here. Okay, week 18. Here we go. So Steelers won the game. Browns win. I can't believe the Lions came through and win. I think the Lions are going to be a problem. Once they get their act together, they're going to be a problem for years to come. They're a good young team, man, and they're coached well and they want to play. But let's talk about the Colts. The Colts is what I'm interested in right now. All right. So the Colts losing to the Jaguars. People shunned us. They killed us. They asked if we were embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? They came for our necks, and rightfully so. We had no business losing to this team. We lost to them 9-6. Clearly, they did nothing to us. It was us self-sabotaging our win. Now, fast forward weeks later, the Colts that have been steamrolling teams and just running all over them lose to the Jaguars. Lawrence, they lose to, in week 18, Josh Allen with 2 sacks that game, I believe. They were just all over them. What? I need to bring my guy Lawrence Owen on here and say, yo, what happened? Because you were bumping gums talking about your team is this, that, and the third. You need to win the game against the Jaguars in beautiful weather, and you drop the ball. Let me tell you something, man. Carson Wentz is absolute booty. Carson Wentz, you wench. You absolutely effed your team. You didn't make enough plays for your team. Jonathan Taylor can only do so much. But we all know this game is about putting the football in the air, and that's how teams are winning these days, right? And you had an opportunity because in the playoffs is different, but you needed to win against one of the worst teams in the game, and you lost. I don't want to hear anything from anybody else about Bills losing to the Colts, Bills losing to the Jaguars. Listen, this was reminiscent of 2004. Do you guys remember what happened in 2004? Where we needed to win, and we went up against Fast Willie Parker, Tommy Maddox, and we lost to that team. Drew Bledsoe had a horrific game. 16 for 30, 160 yards or something like that. An interception. He did nothing for us. It just wasn't meant to be for us that game. The Colts, my goodness. What a meltdown. That's a meltdown. What an embarrassment. What a meltdown. What an unraveling. And this is what it is, man. That's why these early season games, a lot of people talk about, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. Because at the end of the day, that's what mattered, right? They started the season 1-4 or 1-5 or something stupid, right? They had to grind it out in the middle of the season. And then to lose to the Jaguars? You do all of that to lose to the Jaguars? Yo, fam. RIP to the Colts, man. Yo, that's a disappointing season. And you ruined it for Jonathan Taylor. Y'all win the game, and he's, you put him in, in the conversation for MVP. So now that last game may have lost him, the ability to win that MVP. So now you're probably looking at Aaron Rodgers going to win that shit. Not unless these hater voters are like, he's a jerk off. I don't want to vote for him. So who knows? Watch Josh Allen win the whole thing. We're like, what? He doesn't make the Pro Bowl, but he wins the MVP? It wouldn't happen, but it would be hilarious. By the way, if you guys are smart, and I know you guys are, Nathan Lance is asking you guys smash that like button for the Bills and for your boy Rico. I appreciate that. Let me give you guys some encouragement. Let me give you guys some encouragement to smash that like. Appreciate that, Nathan. Nate Dog. Now, here's the deal. I reset it. Tennessee Titans remain in the first seed. All right. Every game has been played right now. Geez, the Cardinals lost. The Cardinals lost, and the Cardinals are going to be facing the 4th seed LA Rams. That should be fun. That should be interesting. But anyway, I digress. If the Chargers win, Pittsburgh Steelers will play the Chiefs. What a damn joke. What a joke. Like that's a joke right there. Pittsburgh Steelers win with Big Ben. This guy is just on his last legs. Did you watch this game today? And you going to put him up against Kansas City? Ugh, you might as well just give him a bye. Now, I've seen more interesting things happen. You know what I'm saying? And I saw Tim Tebow take his team to the damn championship. They won a first-round playoff game when they had no business winning a playoff game. So, I've seen some interesting things happen before. You feel me? But golly. Now, if the Chargers win tonight, Pittsburgh plays the Chiefs, Bills will host the LA Chargers, and New England plays the Bengals. That should be interesting. If the Raiders squeak out a win, which I don't know how that's going to happen. I feel that the Chiefs are going to win. The Chargers are going to win. We play New England. So, do you want New England? Are we rooting for the Raiders today? Are we rooting for the Chiefs? For the Chargers? Or does it matter? Oh man, this is gonna be something, man. This is gonna be something because I'm looking at these Chargers. You got Herbert. You got Eckler, which is a problem. That boy was a fantasy issue for me. This year, he killed me. All right. You got Keenan Allen. You got Mike Williams. So you got a good receiving core out there. And they love to air that football up, but they don't realize what defense they're coming up against, baby. Number 1 goddamn defense in the league. Pass defense. Number 1. You know what I'm saying? Getting after that and not letting people score. Number 1. And plus, they're coming to the windy, cold Buffalo. This is where we have the advantage, right? California kids coming into the cold weather. We're going to find out if you're some football players or not. But this is where Allen needs to show up and show them how it's done. He needs to be the winter soldier. We need you. Put that freaking thing on. Put that thing on and just kill that, man. We need the winter soldier, the general, to come through and show them how it's done in the elements. But hey, we're not in charge of that. We handle our business. We get to host a playoff game at home. Who is it going to be? The Raiders or the Chargers? It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. By the way, if you guys are tuned in for the very first time and you guys have no idea who I am, this is Rico. This is the Buffalo Fanatics, and this is the Rico Report. Appreciate you. By the way, I saw the news as well. RIP to Bob Saget, man. Yo, 2022 is, if it's any indication as to how it's starting, golly, we are in for a rough one. You better buckle up. I heard Bob Saget passed away in his hotel room. He was on tour. So, yo, prayers to his family, man, because that's tough, man. Only 65 years of age. 65, man. That's craziness. RIP to Bob Saget. That's one thing I would never think I would be saying on a live show talking about Bills, talking about Bob Saget. Family, he was the ultimate family dad, right? Until you met him off script, and he's the biggest potty mouth you'll ever meet. Hilarious. I digress. Now, here's the deal. We handle our business. We win the division with an 11-6 record. And by the way, who called for 11-6 record? Did you guys call for it? Bills are going 11-6. Did anybody call for that? If you did, give yourself a Barry Horowitz pat on the back. You deserve that. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. We have a lot of work ahead of ourselves. We have a lot of work ahead of ourselves because facing the Chargers, we have a work cut out. Facing the Raiders, we have our work cut out with Darren Waller, that's coming back, and we're gonna have our work cut out. You know what I'm saying, with Jacobs running that football, and he runs hard. So, I mean, we gotta be careful what you wish for. But guess what? We got some dogs. We got some dogs on our end too. You know what I'm saying? We got metal on our end too. We got that machine on our end too. If you catch what I'm saying, man, we clap back too. Just saying. Now, let's put this seeding away right now because at the end of the day, it's either we play the Chargers or we're playing the New England. New England couldn't even do it. They couldn't even do us a solid by just winning because then we would have played the Chiefs, we would have played the Chargers, or we played the Raiders. Damn these New England Patriots. But I'd rather have the trilogy, truth be told. I would rather have a trilogy where it's round 3. Round 3, New England and Buffalo, let's go. Bring on Macaroni Jones, store-bought macaroni, and we'll handle that business. No problem. Sergio Chavez. Yo, check the weather next weekend, man. It's 23 degrees, mild winds and no rain. Bring on the Chargers. Well, here's the deal. You know the weatherman. The weatherman can never be truthful all the time. We might be expecting some sun, and all of a sudden it's a freaking big old blizzard. So we'll never know. But we'll see how it plays out. PBC fam says, hey, okay, F the BS. What are we doing at Punter? Yo, we're not doing anything at Punter. He had a horrible day today. It was not good. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we start bringing in punters, then okay, we got to talk about something. But I can't see McDermott making such a last minute switch or a last minute inquiry into a new punter. I know they're always looking, no matter what, but I can't see them making any changes going forward. I think we stick with who we got and we go from there. Now, let's talk about this damn offense. Excuse me, let's stick on this defense because I can't give them their due until I want to give them their due. I don't want to give them their full due. Zach Wilson went 7 for 20, 87 yards, 1 touchdown, sacked 8 times with a 66 passer rating. All right, let me drop some for you. And then we sacked Jamison Crowder trying to do some bullshit pass. We got your ass too. Wrap his ass up. Now here's the deal. Zach Wilson was supposed to give them a spark, give them something to, look forward to next year. And then we quickly reminded Mr. Wilson, Mr. Rookie Wilson, hey, this ain't going to be what you think it's going to be. You're not about to sit here and try to light us up for 300 yards. Nah, family, we're not about to let that happen. What do? We absolutely stifle him. We just don't let him get loose, right? We're on him like crazy. And what a way for the defense to cap off the year. Being the number 1 defense, being number 1 throughout the year. We didn't just spring into number 1 because of somebody had a misfortunate game. And no. Unfortunate game. It was us all the way through. We've been a consistently good defense. Elite defense, might I add. We've been a consistently elite defense this whole time. And we showed it today. And on a stage at 4:00 to let people know, yo, this defense is not to mess with. Jamison Crowder, nothing. Zach Wilson had 2 carries for 24 yards. Michael Carter, 9 carries for 19 yards, 2.1 yards a carry. I'm telling you, we swallowed these guys up. Pause. Let's go to the receiving. Listen, 7 receptions. And your leading receiver was Keelan Cole on a 54-yarder. And I'll tell you this, it was a good pass. It was 4th down, and it was this close to being intercepted by Poyer. And Poyer could have took that thing right back to the house. Just missed it. Just mistimed it. Great throw, great catch, took it to the end zone. You got to give credit to him. Teron Johnson was in coverage. You had Jordan Poyer playing the robber position, And he sat there, he read it, just was too late. Too late. And here we are. Jamison Crowder, 1 reception. Tariq Black, 1 reception. That was a really nice reception on the sideline. Tyler Croft, remember him? 1 reception. Jeff Smith, 1 reception. That's it. We absolutely took care of business, man. And here's the beautiful thing. We gave up 0 sacks today. We kept Allen clean. That is huge. That's what we want going into it. Like this line with Ryan Bates, with the Ryan Bates addition, I couldn't tell you how excited I am for that. And he was able to play today. Chef's kiss. Love it. Sergio, yo, I just saw McDermott's post-game speech. He says 5 or 6 games ago, they had us for dead. Now we're AFC champs. AFC East champs. Punches the air. I could just so see it. Right? Let me reenact our guy McDermott. Because he kind of cornball, right? He is kind of cornball. Guys, they had us dead 5-6 weeks ago. We're division champs. Now look at us now. Right? It's like a punch down and bring it back. And all right, Josh, break them down. I can totally see it. I didn't even watch it yet. I can totally see it. Maybe I can find the audio and play it for y'all. I'll tell you, it's hilarious. Totally hilarious. But here we are. Here we are. Division champs. Sergio, I appreciate that, man. Now, this freaking offense. Let's talk about it. Now, before we do, check this out, though. Greg Rousseau, 5 tackles today, was our leading tackler today, alongside with Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds had a tackle today where it was like 4th and 1 or 4th and whatever, and he came in and just absolutely knifed through, untouched, and smacked that running back. That was what we needed from Tremaine Edmonds against Leonard Fournette, because that right there would have been a game changer. But you live and learn. And he did today. He knifed through that, didn't hesitate, hit the running back square on. Boom. That's how you do that. And I know Tremaine Edmonds gets a lot of hate. A lot of hate. Unnecessarily. Very crucial. People are very crucial on it. You know what I mean? They're very critical of his game. And you're allowed to be. But when it's too much, where you have something to say about him every single game, he's in one of the most important positions on the team. That's the middle of the defense, middle linebacker. You know what I'm saying? If you've ever played soccer, the most important player on that team is the midfielder. I mean, that center mid controls everything. He's on defense. He's on offense. He's all over the place. He or she. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's important, man. So him on that defense, he's got a lot of responsibilities, getting everybody lined up perfectly fine and making him play himself. And he was actually really solid today. He was great. I got an unpopular opinion that I want to let people know, and I don't give a damn if you guys like it or not. Mario Addison today had 2 sacks. Jordan Poyer today had 2 sacks. Ed Oliver today had 1.5 sacks. Matt Milano had a sack today. Boogie Basham had a sack today. AJ Epinesa had a sack today. Jerry Hughes had 0.5 of a sack today. All right? So let me tell you something. I truly believe that these Bills should bring back Mario Addison. If you're bringing back anybody on this squad, defensively, I know Jerry Hughes is probably going to get let go. He's got a big old paycheck. They're just going to say, thank you for your services. See you later. But Mario Addison, not only did he take a pay cut, you know what I'm saying, to be with a team stacked on the defensive line when they draft 2 first-round picks, he still ends up being the leading sack artist on our team. Give him his freaking love. And I believe he should have an opportunity to come back to the team and try to earn his way through camp. And if he earns his way through camp, you're on the team. But we need to bring him back. I'm telling you, man. Because he out of the oldest guys on the squad, he's the one that you can trust that is going to put pressure and get after the quarterback. And it's true. He's the leading guy. He's the leading sack guy on our team right now. Y'all gotta give Mario Addison his love. I know people are like, oh, he's an old guy. Don't put him on the team. He's producing. He's producing. What is Jerry Hughes doing at $11 million? What is he doing exactly? You feel me? I'm just saying. I'm going to put it out there. If they bring him back, I'll be thrilled if they did, because I feel like he gets after it. But we had 9 sacks today. Shout out to everybody, man. And by the way, the Raiders are up 10-0. What? We might get Macaroni Jones after all. Let's go, man. Let's go, Raiders. Wayman Brown says, yeah, I've been waiting for Hughes to leave since Rex Ryan. Well, you might get your wish next year, brother. This coming off season, we might get you might get your wish. I'm just saying. Now, let's move to the offense side of the ball. Josh Allen today, 24 for 45. All right. 239 yards passing, 5.3 yards throw, 2 touchdown passes, no interceptions with an 83.5 QB rating. Solid. I mean, I would have preferred him to have a higher completion percentage. I would have preferred, and by that I mean to take what is given. He needed to do that in the fourth quarter, to take what was given to get back into rhythm, right? Because in the second and third, he was going for the gusto. You know what I'm saying? He almost had Stephon Diggs on that freaking deep pass to the corner. Steph just didn't get both feet in, but man, was that ever a catch, right? That changes a lot of things, right? But he didn't make that. But I find in the second and third quarter, we played a little too much with the Jets, and we were just inconsistent, dropping footballs, not making the right reads, we're inaccurate. But in the fourth quarter, we started to now take what was given, and that got him in a rhythm, and that's what got us kind of get going, right? We scored, 14 points? We scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. That tells you the second and third quarter, we played too much. We got to be able to get our act together. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Josh, because the offense moves through him. So you got to give it to him, man. So not only did he have 239 yards passing, you know what I'm saying? He has 63 yards rushing, 12.6 yards a carry with a long of 32, 5 carries. So shout out to him. A big freaking shout out. A big shout out to Devin Singletary once again. He was our lead back, 19 carries, 88 yards, 4.6 yards a carry, and 2 touchdowns today. 1 reception for a touchdown, and when he carried one in he's like a bowling ball. Yo, I'm telling you, somebody said last week, don't know who said it, but he said, hey, don't stress on that. He's going up against a weak defense. What do you stress? Like, he's supposed to do that to weak defenders. What are we sweating on? It's Atlanta Falcons. Okay, you're absolutely right. But here's the deal. With him going up against Atlanta Falcons, getting 100 yards, look at this. This is what confidence gives you. Confidence gives you the ability to carry the ball 19 times. Your offensive coach is like, yo, give him the rock. He knows how to do it. He's carrying the rock. He ain't fumbling, and he's getting positive yardage every single time. Give him the rock. And so he took it, and he did what he was supposed to do with it. 19 carries, 88 yards, and 1 touchdown. If they trusted to give him the ball early in the year instead of messing around with going back and forth, man, this could be completely different. My fantasy game and my fantasy league would have been completely different. I would have had him score me mad points. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bitter fantasy owner. I didn't make the playoffs today. I was upset. But Devin Singletary, my goodness, man. It is nice to now have a back that we can actually depend on, rely on. If Josh is struggling like Josh has, you know what I'm saying, the last couple games offensively throwing the ball, you give it to your running back. You saw how he was in Atlanta game, and you saw he was not that much better. You know what I'm saying? In versus the Panthers, there was some struggles there, but we still came out and won, and we're establishing ourselves as a running team as well. I wouldn't say we're a big time running team, but now you're going to have to respect us running the football, and you're going to have to, if you want to stack the box all you want, but you got to deal with Cole Beasley, you got to deal with Stephon Diggs, you got to deal with Emmanuel Sanders coming back, and you got to deal with Gabe Davis, and not even mention Dawson Knox with that beautiful catch he made today. Lovely catch for Dawson Knox. So today we ran for 170 yards with 5.2 yards a carry. I'll take that every single time. Well done, offense. Now let's talk about Stephon Diggs today. 9 receptions, so that puts him over 100 receptions this year. He's over 1,000 yards. So with that, I think he gets a bonus of $1.5 million. It was like 780,000 for getting 100,000. Excuse me, 100 receptions, and then I think it was like another 850,000 for getting over 1,000 yards or something of that nature. So shout out to Stephon Diggs, and they made sure that my man got his money. He got his incentives, and he showed out today, man. 9 receptions for 81 yards, 1 touchdown, and with off of 14 targets. Shout out to him. Gabriel Davis, 14 targets, 3 receptions. Struggled. Today wasn't his day. 39 yards, 13 yards a pop, and he had a long of 27. Don't get me wrong. He has, when they put him on the field, he does work. He makes big plays. But we showcased him today, and there was some drops today where you're like, "Ooh, come on, fam, we can be better. We can be better." And he knows he can. Now he was hobbling a little bit because I know he got hurt. He got piled up in the pile, and that kind of threw him off a little bit. So maybe, I don't know if that played for a part, but he was dropping balls before that too. So I'm just saying. So Gary Gotcha says, "Yo, New England and the Chargers are 22nd and 30th against the run. Bills are 18th. Shouldn't this be the Singletary Allen greatest show on turf next week?" Hey, we're gonna find out, man. It's about matchups, individual matchups. We're gonna go through that when we do the preview, and we'll go from there. We're gonna find out exactly how it plays out by midnight tonight. Well, for me, midnight tonight. So let's see what's good, man. So Stephon Diggs, 9 receptions. Dawson Knox with 3 receptions, 50 yards, 49 yards, and he had a beautiful pitch and catch from him and Allen, connected with a 28-yard reception. That was sweet. Cole Beasley's doing his thing underneath. Devin Singletary, nice screenplay. Now let me tell you something, man. They designed a beautiful screenplay for my guy Devin Singletary, and it worked to a T. I would love to see this team execute more screenplays, because Devin Singletary, you don't have to give him much. When he gets that ball, he will make it happen. He will read, he will anticipate, and he will get yardage. Give it to him. He may not burn you 50 down the sideline, but he certainly will move the sticks and keep it going. So I love the fact that they were able to incorporate a freaking screen game. My goodness, I'd love to see a little bit more of that. You know what I'm saying? We have the lineman for it. Ryan Bates is legit. Let's do it, man. Stop playing games. All right. So Cole Beasley obviously had that unfortunate fumble. Matt Hack, obviously we know about that, and then McKenzie the fumble. My gosh. So listen, man, we know what the deal is. We know what the deal is. We know where we are strong. We know where we are weak. And right now, big question marks are coming when it comes to the punt return, kick return game. I'm still at a loss for that. Now, back to the defense. Not only do we have almost 10 sacks, we had 9 sacks today. We were in the backfield a lot today. We had 10 tackles for loss today. You know what I'm saying? Led by who? Other than Ed Oliver, Jordan Poyer in the freaking backfield again, as he always is. And you know what I'm saying? We had a freaking, listen, there was a plethora of people in the backfield, man. So I'm loving every bit of it. So shout out to this defense. This defense came to play. Didn't matter who. We were a little slow a little bit in the second and third, but we came through. We shut things down, and that's how it was supposed to be, man. McKenzie today, obviously the punt returning wasn't the greatest today, so obviously that's going to be a question mark right now. Tyler Bass is doing his thing. He went 3 for 3 in extra points, and as well as he went for 2 for 2 for field goals with a 41 long. So let's talk about the team stats, because that's what interests me a lot. How did we do? What does it mean? How do we stack up? And that's what it stands out for me. By the way, shout out to my guy Randy Bobandy letting me know that we have 600 viewers right now. Smash that like if you're in this room, and give us a like, man. Let's try to get this video up to 500 likes. If we can get this video to 500 likes, that would be amazing. That would be a nice way to enter into the playoff realm, because we got playoff football coming around the corner. So we got to get right for this playoff game. So going to the team stats, let's see how dominant we were. The one thing that stood out to me was time of possession. All right. Time of possession was a big one. We held the time. We held the ball 37 minutes. 37 minutes. This is what I mean by we dominated, man. Like, we made the errors and the mistakes. We moved the ball. It's just that we just happened to just not execute on everything, right? And it shows right here. We were 8 for 18. 8 for 18 when it comes to how we did on third down. So just shy, just under 50%, 55%, give or take. Excuse me, 45%. I apologize. So it's one of those situations where you're like, not great. But here's where the defense comes in. We held these guys down to 1 for 14. 1 for 14 on third downs. They couldn't do anything on third down. We were absolutely all over them. All over them. So there was no ability for them to do anything today. It was just we shot ourselves in the foot a lot today. So 4 first downs, for crying out loud. The New Jersey freaking Jets had 4 total first downs in the game. Golly, like you can't do nothing with that. You can't do nothing with that. The Bills, on the other hand, 25 first downs, moving the sticks. You know what I'm saying? 3 passing first downs and 1 rushing first down for the Jets. Poor the Jets. Honestly, you feel for them. You really do, right? 1 for 14. They went for it on that fourth down. That's that time where they scored the touchdown. Desperation. 46 plays to our 79. We had 79 plays today. 424 total yards. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about this defense. This defense held the Jets. Are you ready for it? 53 total yards today. 53. Am I reading this correctly? 53 total freaking yards. My goodness, that's got to be disheartening for an offense. Offensive line, the running back, the offensive coordinator, the receivers. Like, my goodness, man. Going up against that defense, man, it's not good, man. 13 total drives, 1.2 yards per play. Golly, man. Come on. I honestly, I feel terrible for the Jets. I feel terrible for the Jets. I hate them. I hate the Jets. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate them as much as the Patriots, but I can't stand the Jets. But golly, y'all got to do better than that. Y'all got to do better than that. They lost 82 yards on sacks today. You're not winning games that way, man. 4 for 27 in terms of penalties. For us, we had 4 for 40. Speaking of penalties, what the heck was that with Reed Ferguson and number 53, I believe, or 49 on the Jets? Yo, Reed tried to go and push my man. My man sat there and truck sticked him and said, sit your ass down. And anytime that, I don't know if you've ever been in a fight or you've witnessed a fight, when the one guy that's losing, let's just talk about UFC or whatever you want to call it, or even boxing, whatever. When the one guy is losing and he's on his ass, what's the one move that they go to? When they know they're losing, right? They try to bear crawl and try to take you down by your legs and try to bring you down, right? Because they just lost that. They lost that. That was Reed Ferguson today. Reed Ferguson got put on his ass. And I love Reed Ferguson. Don't get me wrong. No disrespect, Reed Ferguson. But you got put on your ass, right? I don't think you expected that one. He got underneath you. Lower man wins. You went too high. That was the problem. You went too high. My man got underneath him. Boom. Lift him off his legs and put him on his ass. Reed Ferguson took him down with a 2-leg takedown. It's too late after that. He got put on his ass. Reed, Lord man wins. Remember that next time. Remember that next time, my G. But you redeemed yourself. You know what I mean? The herd came through. You know what I'm saying? They came through and they held you down. You know what I'm saying? And then you got up, you dust yourself off, and you know what I'm saying? You get to the sideline. Let's go. You feel me? But Reed, we got to win that next time. We got to win that next time. You can't be double leg grapple and bring him down. No, sir. Sir, if you're going to hit him, you better square up. Square up, get low. Boom, and hit him, man. Feel me? Like two bulls going at it. That's what you got to do. You can't be put on your ass like that by the Jets. No, sir. You know what I'm saying? Grab the legs. But that's what happens anytime that somebody's losing a fight, right? You see it. Anytime it's on YouTube or some fight somewhere, one guy gets dropped and he's discombobulated, he tries to go for legs. And that was Reed Ferguson today. Sorry, Reed. Had to put you out there, buddy. Had to put you out there. You tried to Cobra Kai his ass. You know what I'm saying? He was on top of your shit. He was on you. But looking at these team stats today, overall, it was just pure domination. Pure domination. We took care of the Jets. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. They stood no chance. They absolutely stood no chance. And that's how it should be. Now, these Patriots. What in Sam Hill happened to the Patriots today? All right. The Patriots were supposed to win. Now, them losing today, and it wasn't like it wasn't like, oh, it was a close. Yo, the Dolphins came to play today. Tua, 15 for 22, 109 yards, didn't do shit. One touchdown, but he was efficient enough to, move the ball and get these guys in position. Duke Johnson, 25 carries, 117 yards. It's a beautiful thing that Devin Singletary is starting to get his act together. Because if Duke Johnson, I'm not comparing the two because Duke Johnson is a different back. He's got some speed. But we will be able to move the ball. We will run the ball. Mac Jones today was 20 for 30, 261 yards, 8.7 yards a throw. He was 1-1, one TD, one interception, and took 2 sacks. Macaroni Jones, if we end up facing you again, don't think this is going to be a comeback for you. No. We come back for you again. We come back for you again to make sure that we bury you again. You feel me? But we'll see how that plays out. Brandon Bolden, they ran for 134 yards. Harris and Stevenson played today, and they were held to 37, 34 yards. Hunter Henry was their leading receiver. When I look at this team, man, their defense is where it is. Holy shit. Jawan Bentley had 17 total tackles today. Adrian Phillips had 11. Jeez. Well, it's a beautiful day when the Dolphins beat the Dolphins beat the Patriots, and the Jets get beat down by the Bills. You can't go wrong with that. And now they've thrown a whole situation they're throwing the whole playoff situation into a frenzy. So right now, we have Chiefs and I keep saying the Chiefs. We got the Steelers. We got the Chargers and the Raiders going at it. Can someone give me an update? And while somebody's giving me the update, my man Daniel Falbo says, "Hi Rico, that's a great win. Defense plays outstanding. I'm from Argentina. Hey, salud, mi amigo." My man from Argentina, what up, man? My man New Mexico EJE says, "Yo, Rico, the Patriots got ran all over today by Miami." Well, I can see that, man. Duke Johnson was doing this damn thing. So, hey, I'm just saying right now, man, Devin Singletary, get ready. It doesn't mean for Dable all of a sudden to get cute and start inserting Zach Moss. That's not what I mean by, get busy. Let your guy that's been doing it the last couple games, that's been showing that he can do it, let him get the majority of the carries. When you need to put Zach Moss in, sprinkle his ass in. But I'm just saying. And the Raiders are still up 10-0. My goodness. Now, let me take this opportunity to remind you guys, folks, the Buffalo Bills have won the division. We are official division champs. Buffalo runs the East, and it's lovely to say because you can walk around and everybody's going to know exactly what that means. Division champs, Buffalo runs the East. They know what's good. If they know football, they know what's good. And if you want to represent and walk around with pride and letting everybody know that Buffalo runs the East, we are selling our Division Champs 2021 shirts right now at the bffanshop.com. Hit them up, do it up, and we'll listen, man. Get your colors in. Now, if you're like, I already have one, I'm just not really into that, I want to try to get something kind of different, then you know what? It's a Buffalo state of mind right now. We are in a Buffalo state of mind, and right now everything is grizzy. Everything is we're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And it's like focus. It's playoff football right now, and let's do it. And you know me, I'm rocking my general tees right now, and that's how we roll. So go ahead, support BF by copping something for your friend, for for your girl. You want your girl to rock out. You want to be twins one day. Go ahead and rock out. You and your son can do it. You mean daughter and mother. Yo, I don't care how y'all do it. Yo, if you guys get one, y'all know what to do, man. Hit us up. Let us know what you get. Take a picture of us, send it to us, and we'll link it out onto our Instagram and our Twitter. Let's go. So, Q Trucker says, "Yo, they're saying that we get winner of the Chargers versus the Raiders game. The winner of it. So, what does the Patriots have anything to do with anything?" That is interesting because I thought that we would. I mean, based on the playoff simulator, it's telling us that it's not whoever wins that game is. We get whoever obviously the Raiders, if the Raiders win, then we get obviously the Chargers, and if the Chargers win, we get New England, or vice versa. So if that's the way it is, then that's what it is, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Patriots play us if the Raiders win. So if the Raiders win, then we getting ready for Macaroni Jones. Macaroni Jones. We get ready for him. So I mean, we go from there. Ain't nobody scared of that cat. Ain't nobody scared of New England. You know what I mean? Bring them on. It's playoff football, man. We already know what's good. We already know what's good. So that being said, folks, man, listen, there's not much else to talk about, really. When it comes to like us taking down the Jets. The Jets are the Jets. We knew what was up. Now it's about this offense. Now, let's be real. If we're gonna be real, let's be real. It does have me. I wouldn't say, I don't want to use the word concern, because with Allen, you can't stress, oh, he's not gonna be, because you know he's gonna show up. But our lack of starting, we're starting to fall into, I don't say we're starting to fall into that, but we have our moments where we fall into this like consecutive giving the ball back to the offense, unless we're going for it on fourth. We can't be giving the ball back to the offense and not capitalizing. How many times we have an opportunity to capitalize and put this team away? We could have easily scored like 50 points on this team, easily, but we shot ourselves in the foot too many damn times. So we've got to put ourselves in position to put points on the board quickly. And our first scripted plays, we need to attack. Like today, man, our first scripted plays were money. We scroll all the way down the field and we roll out and we hit Diggs on a freaking beautiful catch on the sideline, man. So like, if we come in and have a great game plan, we come in with a game plan for whoever if we play, and we're familiar with New England first and foremost, there's an advantage. You know what I'm saying? For us, at least, because we know this team, we know we did well, we know what they do well, and on top of that, we have film from the Dolphins that just whooped them and took away a lot of the things they like to do. So that gives us an opportunity as well. Secondly, if we end up playing the Raiders or we play the Chargers, whoever that ends up that we play, we have to make sure that we know that every team going forward is going to have a superstar on their team. You feel me? So we play the Chargers. They've got quite a few guys on their team. Now, speaking of the Chargers, let's take a look at how they did today. Who did the Chargers play today anyway? I'm trying to find out who the hell they played. Who did y'all play? The Chargers. The Chargers. Who do the Chargers play? Am I missing out where the Chargers at? Where the Chargers at? The Chargers. Yo, who did the Chargers play? Can y'all help me out? Who they play today? Oh, the Raiders are up 10-7. We gotta update the score. Oh, who are the Chargers playing? And they're playing right now. Who are the Chargers playing? I'm not looking at that, because what I'm looking for is to see what the box score is looking at for them right now and who's doing what they're supposed to do. So let me check this out. Who's playing today? I'm sitting there. Where are they? So Justin Herbert right now 7 for 11, 57 yards, and Derek Carr is 7 for 11, 77 yards. So these boys are moving the ball, man. Moving the ball. Who scored for the Chargers? Hunter Renfrew. Oh, Hunter Renfrew. Okay, so here's the deal, man. Chances are we're not going to play the Raiders, but they got a good little receiving core, man. Darren Waller is obviously a problem. Hunter Renfrew is a route running machine. So we'd have to focus on him, man. And I'm saying they got some players out there, so you can't really hate. And then you look at the Chargers. They got Austin Eckler, they got Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Justin Jackson, and they got Jared Cook as their tight end. So Jared Cook he's long in the tooth a little bit, but he can still play. And right now, look at Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler has 5 carries for 30 yards. He's got 6 yards of pop. So like those are the guys we got to watch out for, man. Those are the guys we got to watch out for. Somebody said that I ignore them. Rico just ignores me all along with the world. What you mean, Dr. Minecraft? What you talking about, son? I just read your comment just now. Rico says Rico's ignoring me. Nah, man. Yo, you guys have no idea, man. These comments and questions are going by quick. So your boys got to try to jump on them as much as I can. So that being said, folks, I'm looking at this Chargers game. This Chargers game is gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna keep you guys much longer. Today was just one of those standard games that we needed to win. We showed that we could dominate weaker opponents, and we did. Somebody said typical Minecraft guy. Always wondering who's not paying attention to me. Yo, be nice, be nice, people. Be nice, be nice. But that being said, folks, real talk though, we gotta make sure that this listen, we support this team. If you guys are going to the game, I don't know what these tickets are gonna be costing, but they're gonna be costing like a boatload of money. So make sure that you guys go, have a good old time. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself, you know what I mean? Mask up, do all that good stuff. And support this team, man, because it's gonna be fun. And that's it, man. That's the season. The regular season is officially done. I'm gonna say this, man. Before I get out of here, man, big, big, big thank you to each and every one of you guys that have viewed and have subscribed and have liked a video, are part of the Bing squad. Listen, it does not go unnoticed. It's official. It's appreciated. It's love, man. Shout out to our contributors now who put in podcasts, who come in and do work and do live shows during the week. You know what I'm saying? Past contributors that have been with us, that have helped us get to this point. You know what I'm saying? There's no hate, always love. Appreciate, yo. We had a massive year, man. This was a big year. We've surpassed 20,000 subscribers, man. And the Bills are back to being division champs, man. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good. The regular season has come to an end. This is dope. You know what I'm saying? And the beautiful thing about this is it continues. We get to keep talking football. And we'll see you back on Tuesday. And then we go from there, man. So this is cool, man. This is great. This is one of those situations where it's good to be back to the playoffs, and we get to talk shit to our, into the people at work and say, yo, we're division champs. If you have any Patriots fans that are, just bumping their gums, just remind them. Grab one of these, grab your division champ shirts, and then back, we run the East and let them have it. Let them have it. Let them know what's good, man. My man New Mexico EJE says, yo, you the man, Rico, my brother. Let's go. Gives me these bad boys and the microphones. Yo, drop the microphones if you guys enjoyed, the content coming from Buffalo Fanatics. And it's not gonna stop, man. We tweak here and there. There's always going to be some changes and some moves, but that's just what it is, man. That's the nature of the business, man. Nothing is forever. Just remember that. Nothing is forever, man. So things got to keep moving, man. And I do really appreciate you guys showing love to your boy, because yo, Omarion got me. If you guys know what Omarion is, yo, it got me. It got me in the family. So we in like the road to recovery. So we're getting a little better. That's why I missed my show on Friday. And then this morning I did a show and it was a little hoarse in the voice. The voice is starting to come back a little bit, but I'm not that smooth voice that I normally am. But it's gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So big shout out to each and every one of y'all, man. Shout out to my man Pierre. Shout out to my man Bobby. Shout out to the whole Bing squad. Shout out to my man Z-Bot, Clay, Kendall. You know what I mean? The 585 boys doing their thing. Mitch and Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Nap, Manny. You know what I mean? Holding it down and giving content to y'all. You mean the whole writers room, Zach, Mitch holding it down. I mean, less than y'all know the whole crew. Y'all know what it is, man. Trish, my man Alex the Thigh Man doing the thigh dance, you know what I'm saying, giving us updates, great articles on who's hurt, how long they're going to be hurt. This guy's been on the money all year. So, the whole squad is lit. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. You guys been good peoples, good to us. And we love the fact that you guys continue to rock with us, man. Yo, keep joining in, man. We got a big show coming tomorrow with Z-Bot. He's gonna be excited. He went to the game today, so he's gonna be talking about how the game went and what it was like. But here we are, man. Yeah, somebody, Kanika says, yo, not Omarion. Hope you feel better, yo. Yeah, Omarion got me, man. That ice box. You know what I'm saying? They got me. But we gonna recover. We're gonna recover. We got a little bit of a cold, but we're gonna work it out. So Raiders are up 10-7. We're gonna see how this plays out. It's the second quarter right now. We'll let that fly. And listen, man, this is it. This is the season. I'm just curious, man. I just want to see, looking at these Bills before we get out of here. I want to see who did what. And by who did what, I want to see who led the team in interceptions, who led the team in sacks, who led the team in tackles. I'm curious to see some landmarks and some accomplishments that some of our players were able to get this year. So let me touch on my Bills to see who did what, because I'm curious. I want to see who was the second leading receiver this year. You know what I'm saying? Who was it? My man, PVC fan said we need a Pierre Enrico playoff show, man. Yo, I'm gonna get Pierre's butt out here. Don't you worry about that. I'm gonna get Pierre's butt out here. I remember when we went to when we first won our playoff. We went to the playoffs and I think we beat the was it the Colts? We beat the Raiders. Raiders. We beat the Ravens. Pierre came on and we had a banger show. I think it was like a couple years ago. But it was fun, man. It was fun for sure. We should. I'm gonna try to get his ass on here. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. So, looking at these team stats, because I'm curious about these team stats on how these Bills played this year. So let me roll this over here. So the stats for our Bills this year. So Josh Allen finished this year with 4,400 yards, right? So 4,407 yards. I think shy from last year. I think he had like 4,500 yards, if I'm correct. 63-yard completion percentage. 6.8 yards a pop for throw. He averaged 304 yards a game. Shout out to Josh Allen, man, averaging 300 yards a game. Last year, I think he averaged 310. So he was a little down from last year. 304 with 36 touchdown passes with 15 interceptions. Now, his interceptions was a little higher than last year. We'd love to have that lower. He took 26 sacks, and he finished with a 92.2 QBR, a QB rating. Sack yards lost. He lost 164 yards in the sack loss the compartment, right? Devin Singletary, 188 attempts. All right, shy. He didn't even have 200 attempts. Okay, 188 attempts, 870 yards, 4.6 yards a carry. You know what I mean? He had a 46-yard run, his longest. He had 6 big runs this year. He had 7 touchdowns, and he was rushing 51 yards a game. Give this man the freaking rock. Would you give this man the damn football, for crying out loud? The numbers right here, man. I'm telling you, he fumbled it twice. You know what I'm saying? I know people were talking about like, oh, this guy fumbles like crazy. He fumbled it twice this year. All right. We had a lot of fumbles this year, though. How many fumbles do we have? So we had Josh fumbled it 5 times, and we had 5 times for Josh and 2 for Singletary. So Singletary fumbled it twice off of 188 carries. All right. And first down rushing, for first downs, he had 44. All right. Here comes Josh Allen. This is craziness. All right. Josh Allen, 17 games played, 122 carries, 763 yards rushing, with a 6.3 yards a pop, 9 big runs with 6 touchdowns. That's insane, man. So my man finished the year with how many touchdowns did he finish the year with? Looking at how many he had, 35 touchdown passes, 36 touchdown passes. Dude, he finished with just 43 touchdown passes, like touchdowns altogether. Yo, good on my man. Good on Josh, man, doing his damn thing. Zach Moss with 96 carries, 345 yards, 3 yards carry. And he had 4 touchdowns this year, 26 yards of carry. So, I mean, listen, that's just what it is. You're back a running back. That's what he does. Simple as that. Matt Breida had his shine, and that quickly fizzled out. We're like, all right, we're done. We're on a fini. Okay, we're done with him. And let's go to the receiving. So Stephon Diggs, once again, 100 yards, 100 receptions. He finished with 1225 with 164 targets. That's amazing, man. 11 yards. So 12 yards a pop, 10 touchdowns this year. That's great. Those are good for the numbers, man. He had 12 big catches, 72 yards a game. And he had that 1 fumble and 326 yards of yak. Love it. You got to love it. Cole Beasley was our second leading receiver with 82 receptions, 693 yards. After him, Emmanuel Sanders, 42 receptions. That's the thing, man. Emmanuel Sanders, it was like few games ago. He's missed a couple games now, but he was at 40 receptions for 600 yards. So he's kind of fizzled out in the later end of the season. So we need him to pick it back up for the playoffs, man. Dawson Knox, big year for Dawson Knox. 49 receptions, 587 yards, 12 yards a pop. He had 9 touchdowns this year. That's craziness. Dawson Knox with 9 touchdowns. Yo, shout out to Dawson Knox, man. PBC fam says, yo, Allen is only one of 4 quarterbacks in history with 4,000 yards throwing, 40 touchdowns, but no Pro Bowl. Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers are the others. Listen, man, I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again, man. That's what you get for letting fans jump in and vote. They're only voting for people that they remember and know that's popular. They don't know what's really good. You just can't have that, man. So our 5 best receivers this year: Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders, Dawson Knox, Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis comes in with 35 receptions for 549 yards. So we had 5 receivers with over 500 yards receiving. That's freaking crazy. That's crazy. The next guy is Devin Singletary with 228. Good on that team, man. Good on them, man. So let's go defense. So solo tackles. It goes to Tremaine Edmonds with 66 solo tackles. He leads the team. Jordan Poyer right after him. And after him is Matt Milano. All right. Total tackles altogether. And that's going to be Tremaine Edmonds with 103 tackles. I mean, he crushes it. He's at 103, and the next person is 89 tackles. All right. Who led the team in sacks? You guys know? You guys, I mean, I got a little bit of flack on Twitter today when I made my comment about who should come back. But guess what? Mario Addison leads it again. And he had 2 sacks today. So that should bring him up to 7 sacks if this is actually updated. I don't know if it's updated or not, but maybe it is actually updated. So that brings him to, that should be updated because he was at already 5 sacks. So that should bring him up to 7 sacks this year, man. So shout out to Mario Addison, man. If someone's gonna come back, I hope it's him. I really do hope it's him. Prayers up for a healthy birth for Morse's fam. I know Morse had his wife slow it down a little bit, if you will. And I think he's supposed to have his baby today or tomorrow. So hoping for a healthy baby for our guy Morse. Spend some time with the family. Get right back to it because we got a playoff around the corner, man. So we got to do it. So big shout out for that. I appreciate you. No losses for coming through with that super chat. That's love right there. That is love, man. So sacks. That's our guy Mario Addison. Next in line, Greg Rousseau. Love it. The rookie comes in. F.A. Obata, 3.5 yards, 3.5 sacks this year. Starla Tule with 3, Teron Johnson with 3. This is not updated. Or maybe it is. 2.5 yards, 2.5 sacks for Ed Oliver. So that's cool, man. Listen, altogether this year, we had 42 sacks altogether. Not a bad year at all. Not a bad year at all. Let's see. Interceptions. Who led the team in interceptions? Y'all know? Let's see what's happening. We got 5 interceptions apiece. So Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. You know what I'm saying? 5 interceptions apiece. The next guy in line is Levi Wallace with 2. And then we rounded out with a whole bunch of singles. So we had 19 interceptions altogether for this freaking number 1 defense, man. This is a defense. This is a sick defense, man. We cannot take this defense for granted. And the one crew that can't take this defense for granted is this offense. This offense cannot take this defense for granted. When they give you guys the ball back time and time and time after time, y'all got to capitalize and put the ball in the freaking end zone and punch it in. You know what I'm saying? Because there's gonna come a time where the defense is just not having a great game. It's like, not that we got figured out, but just matchups aren't working. The ball isn't just bouncing our way. This is where the offense is supposed to take over and do what they're supposed to do. So you got to give them a shout out, man. This defense is legit. This is a solid defense, and we'll take it, man. Forced fumbles. I would assume that it would be, Greg Rousseau. Oh, Jerry Hughes is leading the team with forced fumbles. He's got 2 forced fumbles. And we'll take that, man. And that's it, man. Like that's awesome to see that this defense came through all together. Love it. So 19 interceptions, 42 sacks, and we allowed the least amount of freaking points a game. So I'll take that, man. I'll take that every day. The Trey White interception versus the Jets game was one of the best I've ever seen. That was a great one. And here's the thing. We are still the number 1 defense. with Trey White out. So imagine Trey White being healthy and lining up right next to Levi Wallace. You see, which gives you more love for Levi Wallace because he's been able to hold it down this whole time. He's been able to hold it down as the guy that, holy shit, they're going to start going at Levi Wallace. But no, he held his own. Dane Jackson held his own. I mean, look, today, you know what I'm saying? Second-year player or not, 7 receptions. We held this team to 7 freaking receptions. Yo, kudos to this defense, man. Kudos to this defense. This defense came through. This defense absolutely came through. So, Stephon Diggs leads the team with touchdowns with 10, followed up with Dawson Knox with 9. The next person that's got the most touchdowns is Gabriel Davis. Gabriel Davis is the next guy, man. So, shout out to Gabe Davis. And at the end of the day, man, this is what it comes down to. Rushing. I mean, we already know what's good with the rushing. Now, returning. Isaiah McKenzie with 24 attempts, he's got 584 yards. He's averaging 24 yards a pop when he's returning. So that's on kick returns. And when it comes to punt returns, he's got 19. Marquez Stevenson has 14, and he's averaging 9 yards a pop. With McKenzie's averaging just shy of 8. So it's going to be very interesting to see what special teams coach decides to do with special teams, especially with kick returning and punt returning. Are you going to pick a player and say, all right, Stevenson, you're that guy, but you got to make sure? Or McKenzie, we're going to trust you again, but what are they going to do? All right, you know what? I don't give a damn. I just want this ball secured. Micah Hyde, get back there and field these kicks. It's a tough one, man. That's going to be one of those things where it's going to be interesting. We're going to be paying close attention to see how that plays out, and we'll go from there. So here's hoping that the weather is decent enough for Josh Allen to become the winter soldier, the guy that we need, you know what I'm saying, to lead us through and go from there, man. Because if it's not, we're in big trouble. Remember, man, we live and die with Josh Allen. We live and die with Josh Allen. So everything he does, you know what I'm saying, we gotta ride with it, whether we like it or not. Because at the end of the day, he makes the plays. He's the one who sets us up and puts us in good position. So we didn't end up making the playoffs for no reason. You know what I mean? Division champs twice in a row. I'm just saying. So that being said, that's my time. These Bills had a phenomenal year. Another div champ. We'll take that. And now the new season starts. This is a new season. I mean, this is where it's at. So handle our business, do what we must, and take care of what we got to take care of right now. So just to let you guys know, man, we're now waiting for the Chiefs and the Raiders. So for you guys that are sitting under a rock and not knowing what's going on, if the Raiders win, the Bills will be hosting the New England Patriots at home in Buffalo, 3rd seed versus the 6th seed. If the Chargers win tonight, that changes everything. The Bills will stay at 3rd seed and will host the Chargers as a 6th seed, which brings the Bengals will then host the New England Patriots. So there it is. There's your scenario, folks. It's the Chiefs or it's Macaroni Jones and the Patriots. Which one do you want? I mean, you're going to find out at the end of the night. So we're going to find out, man. So big year for the Bills, big year for all content creators, man. We put a lot of hours in. This is not just BF, but this is all content creators across the board. Y'all did it up, man. So kudos to you. And now we're going to playoff mode. Let's go. So, folks, enjoy the rest of your night. And you guys already know what it is, man. So enjoy yourselves. If you guys have not supported BF, all you got to go is to www.supportbf.com. If you're not familiar with how and where to go and do all these things, and if you want to be part and you want to support BF, that's how you do it. Supportbf.com. All right. That being said, if you guys have not joined us on Discord chat, go ahead and jump on the Discord chat. Buffalo Fanatics is that simple. You know what I'm saying? Download that Discord and you're good to go. If you guys have not made it to the BF fan shop, jump on there and get your merch. We got the Allen tee. We got the Buffalo State of Mind. And last but not least, we are now division champs, baby. Jump on that. We got the tees. It's ready. It's rolling. And that's that. So, folks, that is my time. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great night. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Mask up. You know what I'm saying? Be close to your family. And, if you don't got to go nowhere, don't go nowhere. But most importantly, be kind to one another, man. Life is too damn short for that. Life is too damn short. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy. It's the Rico Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. I'm your man, Rico, and I'm gone. Let's go.